Number 10. Having an open Wi-Fi connection. Millions of us all around the world have a Wi-Fi connection linked to our internet service at home. Just as unfortunate is the fact that millions of us, not me of course, haven't felt it necessary to protect this Wi-Fi connection with a password. We think, who's gonna connect to my Wi-Fi anyway? What are the chances? They're good, honest people. Sure, but actually, having non-protected Wi-Fi in your home or office can turn into a nightmare. There have been a lot of open Wi-Fi accesses that have been used by a third person to download or access illegal content. Things you never even think about because you're an honest, law-abiding citizen yourself. But if your Wi-Fi is used by the wrong person, you could be in real danger and end up spending the rest of your life in jail. Number 9. Deleting your search history. You wouldn't think that something as basic and as innocent as deleting your search history might land you in jail, right? After all, we're constantly told to empty our cache folder, cut down on our internet services sluggishness. Of course, if you're not doing anything wrong, it's probably fine to delete your search history. But if you're David Cornell, a University of Tennessee student who is being investigated by federal authorities for allegedly hacking then vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin's Yahoo account, then yeah, you could end up in jail for deleting information that might be evidence in the investigation. In India, they also passed a law that made it mandatory for all internet users, that would basically be, well, everybody, to save their search histories for 3 months. But that law was quickly tossed out because of public outrage. Number 8. Facebook likes. Being arrested for liking a post on Facebook? Sounds dictatorship-like, doesn't it? Sure, freedom of expression is the most important thing in the world. You shouldn't be held accountable for what you say or support on Facebook or anything else. Well, not exactly. Especially not in Thailand. In August 2013, Police Major General Pasit Payoen, commander of Technology Crime Suppression Division, was quoted as saying in an interview with the daily newspaper The Nation, if you like a message deemed damaging to national security, if you press like, it means you are accepting that message, which is tantamount to supporting it. By doing so, you help increase the credibility of the message, and hence, you should also be held responsible. I'm not prohibiting from pressing like, but if you like this kind of message, you will be arrested. By this kind of message, he obviously doesn't mean the video of cats being freaked out by cucumbers laying on the floor. And even though our first reaction to do something like this might be to scream and say it's unfair, unwarranted, and crazy, maybe if people who posted and liked messages about different school massacres or mass shootings like the Orlando club incident had been arrested or at least questioned, some of these things might have been prevented. I'm just saying. Number 7. Dancing in a video. In 2014, 6 young Iranians, 3 men and 3 unveiled women, were arrested for dancing in public with people of the opposite sex who weren't wearing headscarves. The video, titled Happy We Are From Tehran and set to Pharrell Williams' Grammy-winning and Academy Award-nominated hit Happy, was seen by over 150,000 people on YouTube before it was brought to the authorities' attention. 5 of the 6 offenders were sentenced to 6 months in jail, and 1 received a year-long sentence. Fortunately, their sentences were suspended for 3 years, meaning they won't go to prison if they don't re-offend. They also had to go on national state-run television to say that they were actors who had been tricked into making the video for an audition. Meanwhile, thank goodness, the video is still available on YouTube and now has received over 2 million views. Number 6. Sending the wrong tweet. We've done a few videos about people saying stupid things on social media, and although most of them were innocent, just not very smart, here's another case in point. Just before a vacation trip to Los Angeles, California, British citizens Lee Van Bryan and Emily Bunting, in their mid-20s, tweeted the following to their friends, quote, "Free this week for a quick gossip prep before I go and destroy America," unquote. This tweet flagged Bryan as a possible threat. Surprise! And their passports were confiscated when they landed in the States. The innocent couple was questioned for 5 hours, put in a van of illegal immigrants, and held overnight on suspicion of planning to commit crimes. Although they tried to explain to authorities that quote-unquote destroying is British slang for partying, the language barrier was not a good enough argument. Number 5. File sharing. Hold on a minute, don't get all worked up. You won't automatically get arrested if you share any file, but you do need to avoid sharing files that you're unauthorized to share, whether you know it or not. That can definitely land you in jail. person-to-person file sharing through torrents or other file-sharing applications is illegal in almost all countries. You should always avoid pirating files on the internet and find a legal way to download, stream, and watch your favorite shows or movies. Number 4. Automated invitations. Although most of the time automated invitations are harmless and won't land you in deep doo-doo, sometimes they can. Thomas Gagnon from Beverly, Massachusetts was apparently arrested on a restraining order violation when he sent his ex-fiancée an invite to join his Google Plus circle. The guy pleaded that he'd never sent such an invitation, claiming it must have been a robot, which might have happened, but unfortunately, he can still be held responsible. So, the moral of this story? Don't have people take restraining orders out on you. Number 3. Cheating playing FPS. In Japan, 3 teenagers were arrested for cheating in the online game Sudden Attack. The first was a university freshman, whereas the 2 others were 17-year-olds in vocational and high school. The players are said to have used cheat tools in the first-person shooter game and might have also distributed them. Better play fair, guys. Number 2. Using VoIP services. In 2012 in Ethiopia, the government criminalized the use of Skype, Google Talk, and other VoIP services. Why? Apparently, the government had, quote, national security concerns, unquote. But that's most likely a pile of hooey, since the government was already trying to control information in the country with its telecommunications monopoly. In Ethiopia, there is only one ISP company, the government-owned Ethio Telecom, that has already been filtering its citizens' internet access in hopes of suppressing opposition blogs and other news outlets. So what happens if you get caught using a VoIP service? You could be sentenced to 15 years in prison. That's what. Number 1. Googling suspicious words. Remember when a pressure cooker was used to cook food and a backpack was used to bring books to school or take stuff on a hike? Nowadays, if you search for pressure cooker and backpack within the same time frame, you can have the surprise of your life, like Michelle Catalano and her husband, who quickly got a visit from Suffolk County police detectives because the Suffolk County Criminal Intelligence detectives received a tip from a computer company who told them about suspicious internet searches. Yeah, it might sound paranoid, but weeks after the Boston Marathon bombing, pretty much everybody was on edge. So you might want to think before you enter search words that used to be harmless.